Hey everybody, this is Red X Rain here with another episode of Let's Play Parasite Eve for the original PlayStation. So, last time I totally forgot to do this. I picked up the armor that we found, but I didn't change into the new armor. As you can see, it gives us more defense, more PE energy, and more critical evasion percentage. So we're going to go into the hallway here, because if you remember last time we took on Eve, she finally awoke from Melissa, the opera singer's body. We took her on, and she left this hole over here behind the piano, and now we're going to go investigate. Jump right in. And now, somehow, we're going to be in the sewers. Doesn't quite make sense. I don't know. That's alright. What about this game does make, sense? I mean, there's mutated rats and everything. Speaking of, we have some rats here with an interesting camera angle. We're used to these guys by now. Now that we've leveled up, we can usually take them out with one hit as long as we're close enough. Yeah, I should be able to, yeah, I'm just gonna take this guy out. I'm trying to think if I should shoot the other guy. Oh, now see? I gotta totally mess that up. One more. No problem. Always get the critical on the last hit. Okay, so here I didn't really talk about this last time. So you get these parasite powers, which are kind of like spells, which makes this more of an RPG. It's like a mana-based system. So let's check it out real quick. So we have Heal 1, which you saw me use last time. And this is Scan, which it's not really all that useful. I mean, I guess it's nice to know how much HP everybody has. But those are just little powers that Aya can use in battle. And just like her attack time bar... oh, one more battle. Oh, and there's frogs in this one, I think. Yes. Brand new enemy. So yeah, you can see in the bottom right corner, there's that little green bar. That's our parasite energy. And it refills, just like the attack time bar does. Oops. And that's what will allow us to use those abilities. And of course, as Aya levels up, she'll have more and more abilities, become stronger, yada yada yada. You guys know how RPGs work. So frogs are really not that hard. They're just annoying, because you gotta get close to them to attack them, but their tongues reach pretty far, as you can see. So it's a lot harder to avoid them than, say the rats that we've been facing so far, and that one parrot. So this is a simple, move and dodge and shoot kind of thing. Take all that ammo. And I think let's check this chest over here. Not sure what's in it. Ah, a handgun upgrade. We'll definitely take that. Switch over here. And this time we get 3 shots, so you can see that there's the ×3 there. That means we get to take 3 shots instead of 2. And of course we got more power and everything. Now you don't have to go up these stairs, but hold on one second here. I just want to use up some inventory space. We have lots of medicine, so we'll just use that. You don't have to go up here, like I was about to say, but it's a chance to get some experience that might help you level up before you face the boss, the final boss for this level. So we're going to go for that. And it's sort of a weird fight. You're very limited with where you can go. But luckily our attack time bar was up high enough that I took him out before he even had a chance to attack. So get in here and make quick work of him too. Now if you can see in that corner up there, and we get revives, which are very good. Those are like instant heal items. If you die, you gain some health. So as you can see, there's 2 chests down there. It helps you. I mean, I guess it kind of helps you see that they're there, but it doesn't actually help you get them. Because we're gonna walk back down to the first floor. I don't know if we're gonna get in a fight here, because there's certain hot spots throughout this game. I'm gonna talk about those in a second, but here we have that little girl crying, apparently. Just gonna watch her. Nothing unusual about that. So you can kind of see there's this first chest over here, which is really easy to get. Come on. Oh, but the inventory's full. So we're gonna drop probably a medicine, I guess. Yeah, I only need one revive. Oh, I got a medicine out of it. But you see there's this chest back here, and it's a really bad sort of camera angle sort of thing to try and get to it. So those were the chests that we saw when we were on that U-shaped platform up top. Nothing, super useful. We have lots of ammo already. And I don't know what's in here. Oh, offense +1. Well, that's pretty good. I like to save a lot of my items like this. So yeah, I have 2 offenses. Just 2 offenses so far. Yeah. I like to save those for later in the game. To me, there's just no point in souping up, a handgun that you're going to get rid of in, just a... Oh. I think we got 2 frogs to face here. Yeah. So like I was saying about hotspots in this game, most RPGs, there's like... random encounters are just part of the genre. And there's random encounters in here, but there's also... They very much streamlined this game, so it's not completely like an RPG, because you can't really do much level grinding. There's certain spots where enemies will appear, like here, in the hallway of the first floor, or the basement of the hall. You saw like there was some repeating battles. I'm gonna use heal here just to use it up. And as you can see, the PE went down there. But yeah, every time you cross over a hotspot, as they're called, there's a less likely chance that you're going to encounter enemies. So you can't really, max out on experience too much in this game, which some people say is a deterrent or a fault with the game. But I think for what the game is, and of course we could use the phone there, but we're not going to save just yet. We're just going to open the gate. And we're going to find a familiar face. We've got her cornered this time. There's no way she's getting away. She's got her. She's feeling so hot. Know that something's up with Aya. She doesn't know why she's the only one that doesn't burn when she's in her presence. But Eve knows. There's that mitochondria again. You will awaken. Well, that's just cheating. What's this? Rising music. It's an electric alligator. So there's 2 targets in this fight, so this is a good way of introducing the 2-target system, which doesn't get used a whole lot in the game. Oh, there we go. But yes, there are 2 targets. We've got the head, and we've got the tail. Now, as you can tell, we can hit the head from here. Oh, see, that's not too hard of an attack to avoid. But you're going to want to shoot the tail of this guy, because he has, compared to what we've been facing, the alligator has very high hit points. Now, if you hit the head, you will eventually win, but taking out the tail first lowers his head HP in the second phase of the battle. So I think maybe just a couple more shots here, and we'll be ready to do that. Gonna roar? Yeah. So now the camera's gonna switch perspective, which lets you know that the tail is more or less dead. And he's gonna switch up his attacks this time. And he's gonna do this sort of fire-breathing attack, which is really easy to avoid. All you have to do is basically just stand in front of him so that you're facing him, and then when you see him charge up, move to either the left or the right side, and he'll just like this here. It's like that. So really not that hard of a boss fight, once you know what to do. I mean, if you try and take out the head, it's still not impossible. You can do it. I'm just waiting for him to attack. I don't know if he's going to do... Yeah, that's his lunge attack. It's not all that hard to avoid either. He probably only, honestly, has a few hits left. He's going to try to shoot us one more time. We'll get 3 shots off of him. And that's it. And we leveled up, and we get an item. Get a new Parasite power, which is slow, which is nice. And got some armor. Aya says ellipses. I don't know how someone says ellipses, but... Well, it's a convention of video game text. I like how there was this huge event here, and there's only one... And of course, we're in New York City, and we've only got one camera crew. That's not even a crew, it's one guy. But... Oh, wait, here comes the second guy. Oh, my gosh. There we go. Bit of a syncing up problem there, apparently. It's telling him to scram. And apparently Aya knows this man. She knows this crazy man. This is Aya's sort of mentor, I suppose. Daniel. Oh, she's worried about her date. Oh, so he did get out of there. Well, good for him. Still don't know why he didn't burn. Is opera the in thing? I don't think opera's been the in thing since... I don't know when. Appropriate enough. The Eve awakens on Christmas Eve. Nah, I guess it's just more dramatic to have it happen on Christmas. Haunted by the mitochondria. On those visions earlier. Now I'm just not sure if she really is asleep. I mean, her eyes are open, but then again, the polygons on this are not, you know, great. Oh, great, yes, more of that quote-unquote singing. So now we get this sort of, not exactly a movie sequence like we've seen earlier, but you can't skip this text. Like, you can't just push through it. You have to read it. But I guess it also establishes this is what's going to act as our world map. although it's very limited compared to other RPG standards. So that's the end of this day, and so it's going to prompt us to save. And I think that's what we'll do. Well, we'll definitely save, but I think that's where I'm going to call this video to a close. Just seems like the most appropriate time. So, as always, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time as we take on Day 2 of Parasite Eve.